Yeah. Good thing I'm not coaching them then, because I'd been extremely abrasive.
Right. We've been reading about they don't want to play for Gary. They want to know.
I'll be sending them all home then. I mean, geez.
Welcome to the Sure Shot for Week 13 of the NFL season. I am your host, The Agent, joined as always by the two-time Super Bowl champion and Washington Commanders Hall of Famer, Gary Clark, the disruptor, a 21-year football veteran and coach, and Mark Gray, the professor, a veteran journalist of too many papers to name, and ESPN. And guys, what a week of football we had. I wanted to start off with Mike Tomlin's theme music, but we don't have permission. Trust me, it's hot. Mike Tomlin's got a song every time he comes in for a win, and the Steelers have covered the spread 2 weeks in a row. Team looks like, as Gary said, that they're playing for him because they love him, but one team that's playing as if they want their coach fired are the Washington Commanders, and I will tell you, the professor called that one right, so I'm going to let you start off. What say you about the Washington Commanders?
I just think that we're getting our colonic from the Daniel Snyder administration, and sometimes it's painful and sometimes it's smooth. That was one of those backups that, came out tough.
There you go. I mean, you told everybody, eat your Thanksgiving dinner early. And then I did get your text.
He was very political, not political today. He's kind of political today. He's very kind. Last week he was not kind at all.
Well, I saw it coming, and there's a sense of reality. It's like a Passover.
Did you guys all get the text message he sent when he was like, I told you so?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Lois, you did pick the Commanders to win or to cover 9 points. But right now, it looks like they're just playing out the string.
Well, okay. So I did pick them to win, and the Cowboys do what they do best. They expose problematic teams. And yes, the Commanders have been problematic. I mean, but they've had big play after big play in this game. So I'm talking about 63-yard touchdown pass, 31, 34 yards. So, you can't overcome that, I guess.
No, you can't.
And they have a prehistoric
but you can stop
coordinator. So right, they should have. So change needs to come. So clearly.
Prehistoric. Yes,
but guys.
No
all right, we got to give a drum roll on the table for Mr. Gary Clark. This is 4-0. 4-0 against the spread.
What?
4-0 for the first time this season. GC, what did you do different?
He ate early. No.
First of all, I let Lois copy my sheet.
She still got the answers wrong. So what's that thing?
She finally copied. She didn't look until the very last one, and she got that one right. But I don't know. I kind of got challenged. You were saying Lois was 75%.
You know what?
He was hating.
Lois, he's not. When I said Lois is in first place with 75% winning percentage, I did see Gary perk up.
But anyway. Right, but he can't see me one-on-one, though.
The competitive fires came out. But in honor of 4-0, GC, you go first. Who you got for game one and why?
Game one, I got the Chiefs over the Packers. I'm giving up 6.5, but it's the Chiefs versus the Packers, so I don't care. I've given up 6.5, and neither should you.
Chiefs minus 6.5 playing the Packers. I like that one. And even though the Chiefs are traveling, I think that one is in Green Bay. I think the Chiefs should win that one going away. Love it. Let's see if we can get another 4-0 from the legend for our bettors out there. Lois, you got to come back. Who you got and why?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Browns over the Rams. It's a minus 3.5.
Wow.
I like the Browns defense. I think they're going to bring a lot of pressure.
I don't know.
The Rams had a nice big win, but that's not, I don't think that's going to be enough.
The Rams have been progressively getting better.
I think the Rams are good. I'm not trying to take anything from the Rams, but I'm giving all my kudos to the Browns, and defense wins games. So I'm gonna.
Who has the winning streak, the Browns or the Rams?
I think the Rams have won 2 in a row, but the Browns are getting 3.5. That's going to be a close one. Okay, we got you, LC.
3.5.
Mr. Gray, who you got, Professor, for game one and why?
I'm going to take your favorite quarterback at home by 8.5, and I'm going to roll with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 8-3 against the spread this season. And at home against the spread, they're 6-1. So I love this as an outright opportunity, especially with Joe Burrow not available for Cincinnati. So I thought at the early part of the season, this was going to be a signature matchup that was going to have a lot of ramifications in the AFC. Not so much, since he also got injuries in their secondary. Wide receiver T. Higgins is out. I mean, I figured the number figures to drop to about 6.5 at kickoff.
Really
maybe
good
even
point.
6. So I would wait till Saturday or Sunday before placing a bet on that one. But I got to roll with Jacksonville at home to cover against Cincinnati.
Okay,
hair,
minus
don't care.
7.5. And I'm going to tell you, my game one, it's so funny you picked that. I've got to go with Trevor Lawrence as well. Minus 7.5 at home. They're playing for the number 1 seed in the AFC.
What are you doing?
He said,
He's going.
long hair, don't care.
All I'm saying is
There you go.
no quarterbacks in the 70s and 80s did this, but he does this, and he wins football games. I'm going to give it
Hey,
to
let me
him.
ask you something about arguably the greatest safety ever,
Yes.
Troy Polamalu.
Yes.
What kind of hairdo did he
Totally
leave?
Yeah.
different.
No,
totally
no,
different.
no.
Totally different.
And he even did a hair commercial. He definitely
Troy
had
Head and
hair.
Shoulders
Hey,
career.
man, that's all part of the culture. He's good money.
Have you ever
all
had
day.
your hair pulled in a football game? I have.
And so is Troy. And you know what? Somebody needs to
makes
do
you
it against
tough.
him, but just not this week.
Yeah.
I'll take
but
that
you liked,
7.5.
But you liked it, Lois. You liked it when they pulled
I
your hair
didn't
in the
know.
football game.
I still had
smile
the
on you. Had a
but I still
smile
had the
on your
block. The
face.
video, I'll send you the video. I still had the
What,
block.
you got a
Send me the
video?
video and I'm going to put it on our YouTube short.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Dude.
Hey, this is a family show.
and I
No
still
hair
held my
pulling.
block.
Mama's
Yes,
family.
and
That
we're
running
gonna
back-
we're gonna
Family
keep the
Corleone.
family
Extra
going
yards
right back
because
to
I got my
Gary
hair pulled.
for game 2. GC, give me your game 2 and leave Lois be.
Oh, my game 2 will be the Steelers over the Cardinals. I'm giving up 5.5, but again, I'm okay with that.
Okay,
Because
Steelers at
unlike
home.
you, I've been telling you with Tomlin, they love Tomlin. They're going to play for Tomlin.
I love Tomlin too now
No,
that he
you
fired
don't
Matt
like
Canada.
Tomlin.
Now that Matt Canada's gone, me and him are like this. Game
Cut
2,
your boy
GC.
off. Wow.
You've got the Steelers. I'm not mad at you at all. Steelers at home should roll against the Cardinals. They're looking really bad. Lois, on our comeback tour, who you got for game 2?
Yes. I'm going to take the Chargers over the Patriots. Are you giving me your answers? Where's that spread? Sorry.
It's 6 right now, 6.5.
All right, 6.5. Okay, I'm taking the Chargers over the Patriots. First of all, I wouldn't bet on the Patriots, but
Not at all. Not at all.
The Chargers have lost to some solid teams, but the Patriots are who the Patriots are, and I think that if the coaching
Oh, wait a
staff
minute. You
of the
talking about
Chargers,
Belichick too? Oh, my God.
Worst
okay, so
team in
anyway,
football.
I think that if the
Yep.
Chargers coaching staff is going to make a claim to why they need to keep their positions,
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be the game to do it.
I agree with you, although I think it's a foregone conclusion that they will be gone at the end of the season. We'll see.
They may be, but they're, you know,
but
this is a-
right now
this
they're
is
good
a-
enough to beat the Patriots. I agree with you.
Patriots,
It's
yeah.
worst team in football
Too many
right now.
too much scar tissue left from bad finishes throughout
Yeah.
the course of Brandon Staley's career.
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah.
It's
I
time.
agree.
It
It's
is.
time.
It is.
Game 2, Professor. Who you got?
I'm gonna bite off the Hall of Fame world champion and take the 6.5 that I'm getting at Green Bay with the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, look, let's be real for a second, y'all. No disrespect to the Jordan Love fan club. He ain't Patrick Mahomes. He can't keep up with him. I think take the weather out because Kansas City is used to playing in cold weather. I think the Packers are without Aaron Jones, the running back. Big blow for them. I mean, I think the Chiefs can make it without Kadarius Toney and Jerick McKinnon up there, but y'all sleeping on Kansas City defense, man. They do play defense, man. Frank Clark and the boys are like that, and I just think that they're going to put the clamps on Jordan Love, and I'd place this bet also around Saturday or Sunday as the line comes down a little bit more right now. If it gets down to about 5.5, game on. Chiefs can't lose.
Well, if anything, I think that line will probably go up. I think a lot of money is going to go in Kansas City. The line right now is 6.5. I think it's going to go up. So, to your point, if you can catch it at 6.5, take it. There's been a couple times when we've given out bets and the line has changed from the time we went on air, and you could possibly lose some money that way. So stick to those lines. If you don't see the numbers that we give you, you may stay away from that bet. And speaking of numbers that we give you, right now I'm giving you the Cowboys minus 9.5 at home on Thursday night against the Seattle Seahawks. The Cowboys are rolling with a capital R. I expect them to crush Pete Carroll and those Seahawks at home, show off on Thursday night, and give Jerry a great weekend. So again, right now that number is -9. That could be a 10-point game. If you see that number go up over 10.5, I'd leave it alone. So 9 points, you go ahead, 9.5, go ahead and take those Cowboys, lay the points. Game 3, GC, who you got and why?
Game 3, who do I have? I have the Colts over the Titans. I'm giving up a 1.5, but I'm okay with that. The Colts is another team that's surprised they've been playing good.
Yep, and they're in a hunt for a playoff. I think they're in the 7th position right now in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Titans, they're not going anywhere. I like that pick, especially on a 1.5. Even though division game, it is away. I do like.
And
I like
Superman does still wear the Titans cape.
Derrick Henry?
Derrick Henry is a beast.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, he made some
but I
noise
do
last
like
week.
Jonathan Taylor too with the Colts. He's just injured right now.
He's out for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
out for 3 weeks. Don't forget about that. At least 3 weeks.
That might be worth a 1.5.
There you go.
It might. Just think about it.
It might be, but, you know, they got Superman, but we got Kryptonite.
That's
all
true.
good.
That.
All I know is this guy was 4-0 last week.
He
So
is.
you're looking to make some money. Follow his
Don't
coattails.
jinx me. No, not do what
Okay,
you
it
did
was
with Lois.
4-0, but you didn't hear it from me. Lois, who
right.
you got?
I'm going to take the Broncos over the Texans.
Broncos over Texans?
Yep. I like.
Stole my sheet. There you go.
Are you taking that? So I really do like that Russell Wilson is finding his groove. I think there's a lot of momentum that's going to weigh in their favor in this game. I think the Texans are great too, but like I said, I think the momentum and Russell Wilson has gotten his act together. So
you got the Broncos. Now,
And
the
it's
Broncos are traveling to Houston. They're getting 3.5, so you're giving them a field goal. I think the Broncos on what, 6-game win streak right now? Five-game win streak?
Yeah.
5-game win streak
Yep.
right now for Denver. Can the Texans stop that? They came off a tough loss. Great quarterback on the other side. But you know what, Lois? I like that pick because I think it's going to be a challenge for Russell Wilson. He's going to show that young buck that he still got it.
Yeah.
So it ain't over for him.
Yeah.
Who said it was over? You don't think it was me, do you? Anyway. Professor, who you got for game 3 and why?
I can't believe the odds makers make so much money here because, correct me if I'm wrong, Philadelphia is a 3-point dog in South Philly against the 49ers.
3.5.
Wow. Now, see, again, my knees may be broken next week, but I'm sorry. This game comes down when they're just as even to the quarterback position and the guy you trust to make the big play in the big moment. Purdy's nice, product of his system. Jalen Hurts does what he has to do.
Yes, he
To
does.
me, that's worth 3 points anytime you line up.
All day.
I love Philly. They're going to feel dissed. They're confident. I'm taking Philly at home outright over the San Francisco 49ers.
I really like that pick. I'm going to get to that. But let me get my game 3.
It's going to be a good game.
It
That's
is.
going to be
Don't
a
take
great
the
game.
points,
You know,
though.
typically,
I'm
Lois,
taking
that's
Philly
against your
outright.
49ers, so we're going to
Because
see.
look, it's a
Still got another
3-point
pick,
game
Chad.
as it is.
You do,
Philly
you do.
wins
You got a sure
by
shot.
3. I think it's a field goal game. I think Philly wins by 3.
One thing you can't deny, though, Philly's going to get some help from the refs.
Oh, man.
And no dog in the
They're-
fight, no
they're-
hate Philly fans.
They're
But
fans.
y'all
They're
been getting
fans,
That is
too.
just-
That's
Y'all been
like-
getting every call. And I'm not
Wow.
mad at you, but you've been getting
That
every
happens
call
when
this
you got a
week.
good team.
Or when you pay
A
somebody.
certain amount of
Shut up.
Ravens fans would argue that Mike Tomlin used to get all the calls in the playoffs when they went north.
That was the Mike Tomlin with Matt
okay.
Canada. This
And
is the
Ben
new Mike
Roethlisberger.
Tomlin, the one I like. All right. Game 3 for me. I'm sorry to do it to you, Lois. I'm sorry to do it to you, GC. But the Dolphins are coming to D.C. this week. They're giving up 9.5.
9.5.
And if you think 9.5 is enough for the Commanders to hang with the Miami Dolphins, someone told you wrong. Look for the Miami Dolphins to come here, lay the beat down, and head on right back down south. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Ron Rivera's team, they're just playing out the string. And Magic is looking for a new coach. So, Commanders, not enough. If that line jumps up to 10, 10.5, stay away. But right now, as long as it's under 10, I'm taking the Dolphins all day, coming up here to D.C. to put in some work. And now it's time for the sure shot. And we're going to start with the man who went 4-0, Gary. Let's get the people some money. Who you got and why?
I got the Broncos over the Texans.
Broncos over the Texans
Giving up
in the
3.5,
sure
but
shot.
I'm okay.
Okay, so the
Wait a minute,
Broncos get
actually,
3.5.
I'm getting 3.5, so
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to win that.
And you're in Houston.
I don't care about that.
Give it, okay. And you believe in Russell
I believe
Wilson.
it, yeah.
Just like I told
I
you.
did.
No, but Russell Wilson is still playing great. I mean, I don't know. He got the fountain of youth or something. He is back being the Russell Wilson of old. I love the pick. That Houston defense scares me a little bit.
Maybe he just got in sync with his coach finally. And once
Maybe.
you got all that nonsense out the way,
Yep.
they got a meeting of the minds and understand what's going on. They sneaky dangerous in the AFC.
Very much.
man.
You start playing like he plays. And a lot of times, the coach is there to give you information, but it's the players that play. At the end of the day, I'm going to use my talent. It'd be like Joe trying to tell me how to run a route. I'm not going to listen to Joe telling me how to run a route. I'm going to listen to what play he gives me to do to run a route, but he's not going to tell me how to run a route.
So that's a field of the game thing.
Yeah, 100%. I think for Russell, I think a lot of it is at some point in time, you get tired of people talking shit about you.
Yeah.
You just do, and especially if you still know you have something inside you, you go get it done at the end of the day. So that's why I like him.
He's talented, right?
Yeah.
The problem along the way was external. So whatever it was, he's been able to work through.
Rex Ryan is guaranteed that the Broncos will make the playoffs, he said. So Rex Ryan, shout out to Rex Ryan. We will see. Gary's with you at least this week. Who do you
In
got,
the last
Lois?
4 weeks. Just saying.
All right, I'm taking my short shot will be the
Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm taking the Lions over
The Detroit Lions.
Oh, wow.
I ain't touching that game.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Okay, I'm taking the Lions. I've said it before. I think they're a strong team, but they're playing the Saints, and
Saints looked
the
horrible
Saints,
last week.
Oh my gosh!
Horrible.
And they've had one big win this season, which was over the Patriots, and that was early on. So, Coach Campbell just said that these December games are going to be important, so that's going to come through this week.
I like that. So we got
short shot.
Detroit Lions traveling to New Orleans, -4.5. But I like the pick. The Saints were a disaster last week against their quote-unquote huge rival, the Atlanta Falcons. Lose by 9 points down there. They're playing out the string. I think the Lions need to turn it up a little bit, need to get to the number 2 seed to have a shot in the NFC. Tough NFC, top heavy. So, yep, like that pick with your sure shot.
Yeah, I was down there last week. They even talking about Taysom Hill back up under center. So the stuff has hit the fan in the Bayou for real.
Getting desperate. And Jameis is healthy, right?
I believe so.
And they won't go back to him. Who you got, Professor, for your sure shot?
I'm going to keep making money where the money can be made. And I'm going to take the Dolphins to cover the 9.5
You
that
right
I
there
got
with me.
at Washington.
That me
Look,
up.
you
high.
can change your defensive coordinator and you can change your defensive backs coach. That ain't gonna get you no sacks. That ain't gonna catch up with the cheetah Tyreek Hill.
Nobody to stop it.
I just don't. It's a bad matchup at
Very
the
bad.
wrong time for Washington, even at home. So dare I say it? I could see the same nightmares that Burgundy and Gold fans saw on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
All over again. Only this time at home.
And
Well,
you know what?
Commanders
Go ahead, Lois.
don't do too well at home. This season hasn't.
But I'm just
proven
talking
it.
about the breakdowns
So,
in the secondary, and when you got
absolutely.
somebody like Tyreek Hill back there, man, he
you gotta
probably
stop him.
can't sleep at night. Like it's like a kid at Christmas.
Right.
How about
right.
the Dolphins' defense? Are they they're gonna hold them to the 9?
I think they can contain Washington right now. I just don't know. And then that whole Eric Bieniemy thing with regards to whether or not he's too abrasive and all that soft stuff. That's soft to me.
I agree.
I mean, to me, that's just real soft. I mean, the man talks to you a little abrasively. We all competitive. We all frustrating. We all vent. And you suck it up and go out there and play. And to hear those kind of rumors just really make it trouble. It's a recipe for disaster on Sunday. It's one thing when it happens on the road on national TV. It's another thing when it happens at the crib.
Half empty stadium, too.
Yeah.
But I'm
Really.
not coaching them then because I'd been extremely abrasive.
Right. We've been reading about
Jeez.
they don't want to play for Gary. They want to know.
I'll be sending them all home then. I mean, like, jeez. I'm
Guys,
gonna be mad at
go
give
somebody
me my
yelling.
drum roll. I'm about to give it there.
All right.
Sure shot for week 13 of the NFL season. In the game of the year thus far, we have the San Francisco 49ers. Wait a minute. Those are Lois Cook's San Francisco 49ers, traveling to Philadelphia, the mean streets of Philadelphia, to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to tell you right now, Eagles fans are mad. They're mad today. They'll be mad on Christmas. They'll be mad next year. They'll be mad in July. They just mad all the time. And you're going to tell me that they're underdogs at home against the 49ers? No way. Jalen Hurts is ready, and he cannot be stopped, at least not by Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I know they got Chase Young on that defense right now, but how are you going to stop the Eagles? And let me add to that. How are you going to stop the Eagles and the officials? I don't see a way for that to happen. At home, Eagles plus 3.5 at home. Even if it's a field goal game, Eagles come out on top. Put your money on green and get you some more green.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know about this game.
I got him all right.
Dissension among the ranks. I say take Philly and take those 3.5.
got something to prove. Remember their last game with last
Philly's
year?
got something to prove every day of their life.
They do. I mean, the Eagles
Just
have been
'cause they're in
playing
Philly.
this
You
season
didn't bet
with
on,
the
you
vengeance.
didn't bet on
I'm not
49ers.
touching this game. I really don't know.
Don't touch it with
I
a
mean,
10
because
20-foot
there
pole.
is,
I feel
there
like-
is a X factor for anybody who believes in San Francisco. There was no Christian McCaffrey the last time.
Okay.
There is Christian McCaffrey
Yes.
this time.
Okay.
We've seen he's
Yeah.
a difference maker, and he could be worth 3.5, 4 points. But I just like
That's the
Philly at
reason why
home.
they're
I
3.5.
do like
Well, I
Philly
got to
at
say
home.
one thing. There's a man in the audience who won $350. He did win $350 last week.
Really?
By
Yes.
betting on the sure shot.
Let
Get
me
a
borrow
close up of
$5.
him. Give a shout out, Mr. Moneymaker. Don't hide. The IRS ain't here. Anyway.
Now we
Anyway,
know you got the money.
There you go.
that's the sure shot for week 13 of the NFL season. On behalf of the legend, the disruptor, the professor, I'm the agent Chad Morton. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week. Good luck at the casino. Go get you some money. Remember, this guy was 4-0. 4-0.
Take that money, y'all.
Replay it.
It's Christmas.